Welcome in, Longhorn fans, to TSTV Gameday alongside John Kelly. My name is Jake Herman, and we join this hockey game in progress. 8 minutes gone in our first period. It's the SMU Mustangs 1 and the Texas Longhorns 0. We're going to get you all settled into this game. We apologize for a few technical mishaps as the Longhorns break out on an odd man rush. Save made as Stephen Krolewski ends up taking a tumble on the play. The Mustangs scored a power play goal about 5 minutes into this one to score the game's opening tally. They lead 1-0 here in the first of 4 meetings scheduled this season between the Longhorns and the Mustangs, as that puck is covered up by the goalkeeper Tyler Isom. And we get a chance to set the scene for you and bring in my good friend John Kelly. John, I've been scrambling around trying to get the broadcast up and going. We're here at Chaparral Ice Arena, first TSTV game day in almost 2 years. What are you looking forward to about this game and this matchup?
I'll tell you what I'm looking forward to is something we've already seen in these first few minutes of this period, is the energy that these two teams have brung to this matchup. SMU stepping up to the big leagues now, playing Texas. They're bringing their energy, but Texas is certainly trying to match their energy as well. Certainly electric here tonight already.
Yeah, the Mustangs and Longhorns have not played in the last 4+ years. SMU was playing in a different division. They're now back in the TCHC, part of the American College Hockey Association Division II. And these two teams will be vying for the same championship at the end of this season. And really, tonight's matchup, a measuring stick for both clubs who have not faced each other in quite some time. You don't have that familiarity like the Longhorns do with the rest of their division opponents. Texas coming into this game is 4-0. They beat TCU in all 4 of their first 4 games this season, but the Horned Frogs are not a team that's expected to maybe win too many games this year. So this is a chance for Texas to prove that they belong as a clear frontrunner in this division, of course, behind the defending champion Texas A&M Aggies, who take on ETBU tonight, as that puck will go down for an icing. We'll get the score bug up and running for you as soon as we can. For now, we'll keep you up to date on the time and score. It is 1-0 SMU, 11 minutes, 15 seconds to go. And if you left this broadcast or you had family members leave this broadcast because we did not get up and running on time, let them know. Come on back, because we have hockey live to bring you. Puck battle for behind the net, Charlie Alcorn trying to win it back to Braden Stevenson, 2 of the newcomers on this Longhorn team. As SMU breaks out, it is dumped in by Tyler Chang, but unsuccessfully so. It's going to become an icing. Well, it looks like it went over the glass. So the faceoff will stay in the Longhorn zone, with Matt Peterson winning the draw for SMU. Slap shot from the point, saved by Womble. Loose in front of the net, mad scramble, but Cole Mensch comes away with it for Texas as Matthew Tucciaroni lugs it through the neutral zone. He'll dump it in deep, and he's met at the boards by Henry Dale. Dale tries to clear it out, but he only makes it as far as Tommy Wayman. D-to-D pass, can't connect with Kenny Meyer, and Dale comes the other way for SMU. Delayed offsides means that the Mustangs can't touch that puck, and Kenny Meyer skates with it ahead to his defensive partner, Tommy Wayman, a couple of seniors who will be anchoring the Longhorn blue line tonight and throughout the season. The captain and the alternate captain, respectively, as SMU brings this into the zone with Oliver Moss in the corner. Mensch pokes away at it. It comes back for Dale at the blue line. He fires, deflection that ends up going just wide of the right post. Kenny Meyer picks up the loose puck and comes the other way for UT. Meyer sends a bouncing puck all the way into the Mustang zone. SMU in their red, white, and blue uniforms. Dallas written in script across the top. It's a uniform set that reminds me of the Washington Capitals Winter Classic jerseys, John. I don't know how familiar you are with those.
Well, no, I tell you what, we've seen this with the SMU football team. SMU is really trying to bring on that branding as the Dallas elite institution. Although there is a University of Dallas, they're really trying to establish themselves as the premier educational institution in Dallas, and they're really trying to show it. They've been really stepping up their recruiting game, putting up billboards all over DFW. I was in DFW last weekend, and I saw one right on I-30 in the heart of Fort Worth. So they're really trying to up their recruiting and spread the good word of Dallas And those new uniforms really help support that.
Yeah, Dallas written right across the chest as Gupta wins it behind the net for SMU. It goes back to the blue line for Aiden Cressy, but he can't quite keep it in. And SMU will go for a line change, as do the Longhorns. Pass bounces off of Nick Remelius' skate, and he chips it back into the neutral zone. 8 minutes and 41 seconds to go in our first period. SMU leading Texas 1-0. In the low corner, stick handling in front before Jonas Trawick chips it forward, looking for Nick Trevino, and the Longhorns will exit the zone. Remelius, stretch pass to Trawick. Jonas Trawick moving in, fires, and it's saved by Isom. Taylor Isom has been the goalkeeper in all 4 games for the Mustangs. SMU coming into this one with 1 win, 2 losses, as well as an overtime loss. But that came against Texas A&M, John, who won the TCHC crown last season. So this is a team that can compete with the big boys of this division.
Texas A&M certainly been dominant in this division. Definitely be a challenge for both the Longhorns and the Mustangs, as they already have with the Mustangs, but for the Longhorns in the future.
Out into the neutral zone, Harold Chung gets it, and John, we saw it firsthand. Texas A&M came in here in April. It was the first time either team had played in, well, since the pandemic happened, and so in almost a year. And A&M came in here, beat the Longhorns 6-0. Teams went back to College Station. A&M won 5-2. So even though there was no TCHC championship in 2020, the Aggies showed that they did not lose a step. Meanwhile, the Longhorns, they did not lose a player. Texas has everybody back from 2020, so they almost get a mulligan. There's no senior that got robbed of a season because of 2020. The Longhorns would have been a younger team. Now they bring back one of the most experienced clubs in the TCHC. As this is a bouncing puck sent back for Jordan Stein, the defenseman. And a nifty move to escape the zone. Here comes Charlie Alcorn. Alcorn moves in, fires, and just misses the left post. Rebound was sitting there, and Texas couldn't quite center it back. And the other way for SMU comes Bo Getz. Into the corner with Cressy. Cressy knifes it in front. Harold Chung dispossesses him in front of the Longhorn cage. 7 minutes and 15 seconds to go in our first period. SMU leading by a score of 1-0. Alcorn tries to connect with Stevenson, can't do it, and that will result in icing. Once again, if you're just joining us, this is TSTV Gameday, presented by Texas Student Television, the TSTV Sports Department. Glad to be able to get this stream up and running for you. I'm going to dress it up with some nice little score bugs as soon as we can. For now, we'll just let you know the time and score. SMU leading Texas 1-0 after a power play goal 5 minutes in. Face-off one back to Dale, and he fires one right into the breadbasket of Noah Womble. The goalie making the start for Texas today and wearing the number 31. Womble, the graduate transfer out of Franklin, Tennessee, really proved his worth to the Longhorns. Came in a substitution in one of their wins over TCU. Longhorns trailed 3-1 when he came into the game. They won 9-3 when it was all said and done. Here's Cole Mensch skating through the neutral zone. Good stick lift that time by Tyler Chang to send the Mustangs back the other way. Haggerty stays onside and fires. Stick save by Womble. Meyer lays a hit and takes over the puck behind the net. Lafferty controls at the blue line, but a good pass block by Matthew Tucciaroni sends Texas ahead. Tucciaroni dumps it behind the net for Mensch, who can't quite play the ricochet. Neither team establishing a dominant forecheck. Back and forth we go. Free-flowing hockey here in our first period. Logan LaPole will dump it in. The Mustangs had to go for a change. Tucciaroni, backhanded effort into the Longhorn zone. And now it's Texas's turn to go for a change. 5:54 left in our first period. SMU leading Texas 1-0 as an effort from a low angle hits the post. And that will keep SMU in front for the time being. Longhorns starting to get a foothold here. This is Matt Peterson dangling towards the blue paint. And eventually He loses the puck. It's covered up by Womble, and that'll bring a face-off into the Texas zone. End-to-end action, John. No breaks.
Absolutely.
All gas, no breaks.
All gas, no breaks. Nothing but pure ice hockey action here at the Chaparral Life Center at the North Cross Mall in Austin, Texas.
Kurleski faces off with Peterson, and it's Moss that controls now behind the Longhorn cage. He's badgered by Mitchell Traweek, the brother of Jonas. Now I have two Traweek brothers in the lineup for Coach Aubrey Berkowitz in his 10th season behind the Longhorn bench. Texas trying to keep it in the zone. Clearing attempt allows SMU to go for a change. Now it's on the tape of Kurleski, and he can't keep it there as Cole Enlow turns it over. Here come the Mustangs the other way. From the circles. Scanning. Fires. And a pad save by Womble. There are two SMU players, John, that do not have numbers out there in this game. They're just wearing the red jerseys. It's an SMU roster that has changed a lot over the course of their first 4 games. You see a different lineup sometimes and 2 different nights. And I wish I could tell you who those players were with no numbers right now.
Well, you know, it's not only a fierce battle on the ice, but it's a fierce battle against the announcers here tonight.
That's right, John. Somebody's got to commentate on that. Harold Chung loses an edge behind the net, and now SMU has a chance. Centering pass, though, is taken away by Charlie Alcorn, and the freshman is off to the races. Alcorn has his stick lifted that time by Jack Dorsher, but gets it back for Chung in the middle, and a sprawling save by Isom after Harold Chung had a chance on the doorstep.
SMU certainly been applying a lot of pressure. So has Texas, but that goalie sure has been making a huge difference for the Mustangs tonight.
4:24 on the clock in our first period. SMU leading by a score of 1-0. As Stevenson can't control it, and the Mustangs look to break out. Texas will knife it back in, but Connor Case can't get it out. In the corner with Alcorn. And he's dispossessed. Gupta moves it in and dumps it deep. Karan Gangwani chips it ahead for Braden Stevenson. Stevenson in along the right wing, stays on the puck. Centering pass is broken up. Good stick by Gupta. And here comes SMU the other way with Bo Getz. And Getz can only get as far as Kenny Meyer. Puck trapped in the neutral zone for the time being, as Meyer knifes it back. And here's Zeckelman. Zeckelman tries to split the defenders, and Meyer and Wayman did not let it happen, but a whistle stops play as Womble covers the puck. 3:25 to go in a first period that has gone quickly. The only tally came on the SMU power play early on. It is 1-0 Mustangs at the moment. Meyer lays a hit off of the draw on Roman Piazzas. Physical play intensifying as Tommy Wayman collects it behind the Longhorn net. Kurleski through the neutral zone. Moving in with Enlow. And those two can't connect. Gangwani tries to apply the forecheck, but the Mustangs do shovel it out. Cressy tried to enter the zone, forgot the puck. His teammate Chang is there to dump it in, but only as far as Meyer. So neither team generating a whole lot of quality chances here in this first period. The power play for SMU still proving to be the early difference maker as the Mustangs ice the puck. So back we go into the Longhorn end. The line that will stay out there for Texas includes Mensch, Esposito, and Tucciaroni after that icing. A trio that will look to gel together on that third line, a team that is a little bit shorthanded tonight. No Armand Givraj available in the lineup for Texas, one of their 3-year returners. Esposito wins the draw. Shot from the point. Does not get through. Good shot blocking that time by Peter Haggerty. And now it's battled for near the blue line in front of the SMU bench. Everybody's in on it. Sticks, skates. It is a mess in there. Clock ticking down to 2 minutes and 15 seconds in the period. Longhorns scrapping, but they can't keep it in the zone. Remelius gets tied up, but wins it back, but he can't connect with Cole Mensch. Tucciaroni lost an edge just in front of the blue line, but Remelius is there to stay on the puck. Remelius stick handle, centering pass, and he can't connect with Tucciaroni. Remelius hits the deck, no penalty coming yet. And now we're going to get a call from the trail official. Referee Atkinson is signaling 2 players to the penalty box. And it looks like we're going to get some wide open ice here. 4-on-4 hockey upcoming for the last minute 54 of this period. John, when in doubt, the referee said both of you go in the sin bin.
Yep, it'll certainly bring an exciting conclusion to the first period.
Maybe that's what this game needs, right?
Maybe so. Maybe it'll spur some energy for the Longhorns or encourage the Mustangs to score a second point.
Wide open ice should benefit both teams here, as neither has gotten into a very good rhythm in this period. Tyler Chang will serve the 2-minute minor for SMU, while Nick Remelius is in the sin bin for Texas. It was Remelius who fell down on the play. Maybe they got a penalty plus an embellishment there. We'll have to get the explanation in between periods from the scorer's table. We cannot communicate with the referees up here. So 4-on-4, Alcorn and Stevenson are the forwards for Texas, but SMU wins the faceoff and clears. Kenneth Meyer meandering through the defensive zone, trying to build momentum, but he mishandles the puck, and now we'll have to dump it back around for Tommy Wayman. And Wayman loses an edge, so Longhorns struggling with their balance here. Mustangs with a chance. Centering pass was off of Womble's stick and controlled by Kenny Meyer. Now Alcorn tries to chip it around Dale, but Dale was able to interrupt that play. And it's stick down and controlled by Peterson. Peterson skates to the circles, gives it back to Dale, and he scores. Henry Dale lights the lamp on a 4-on-4 situation, and it's SMU 2, Texas nothing.
This is huge for the Mustangs. Definitely making a statement after some trouble with Texas A&M, being able to bounce back against the Longhorns. Real statement for them. And Texas Longhorns, they're looking at make a statement that they are a good team in this league after the 4 wins against relatively more easy team in TCU. So with 1 minute, 15 seconds left in the first period, SMU puts another one on the board, and we'll get to see what comes next.
Yeah, a lot of time left in this hockey game. It's been a relatively even-flowing game, but the Mustangs are now 2 goals to the good. Now, I don't think they've put that goal on the scoreboard just yet. I didn't see a signal that there wasn't a goal there, but we'll have to monitor that. The scoreboard's still reading 1-0. Harold Chung has this shot deflected way up over the glass. That clangs off one of the lights up there, and that'll bring a face-off into the Texas zone. Again, we appreciate those of you sticking with us. Got started a little bit late because of some last-second technical difficulties. We're going to make this broadcast look even better for you during the intermission when we take a break. Scoreboard's still reading 1-0. I did not see a signal that there was no goal, so I will go down and get an explanation for you when we come back. Still 44 seconds left in this first period. SMU leading by a score of 2-0. Harold Chung dekes out his defender and buys himself some time. Connects tape-to-tape with Kroleski, but he is dispossessed by Jack Dorsher. Dorsher loses it. Texas still moving ahead with it as Enlow fans on a pass attempt. And Kroleski works hard to keep it in the zone. Aiden Cressy waits in the corner as SMU resets with Riley Schmidt. 4 seconds to go in the period, and now 3. So after 1 in Austin, it's the Mustangs 2 and the Longhorns nothing. When we come back, a recap of your first period and more action from the Chaparral Ice Arena. Thanks for sticking with us. We're going to step away for a few moments, get the scoreboard going, and get you back to the action as soon as possible. You're watching Texas Longhorns hockey on TSTV Gameday.
Good evening and welcome in the College Crossfire. I'm your host, Mark Stoll Jr. Glad to have you on your Wednesday. And Mark Stoll can piss off The cannon. I don't like the cannon. Wait, you don't like the cannon?
All right, let me explain why Aaron Judge is getting it. You can boo me all you want.
Arnie just lost his point, tried to get points from the crowd, but they're not the one giving points.
Listen here, brother, 9 p.m. Wednesday nights, I'm coming for you.
We're sons of an illustrious father, and this is Austin Underground.
This is a video?
What is boom in the shot?
It's a show.
It's a lot of hard work.
A boom in a shot is where
It's
this
a
person
show.
called a boom operator, and they are incompetent.
We only
It's a
have
show.
like 6 people working on the show, so what's the deal with that? Like, if you're out there, we need people to help volunteer.
I can't breathe.
Come on.
It's a show.
You're a fan of this show.
Hold everything, knaves! Hey, buddy, how's it going?
You're not my dad!
We can't keep losing PAs. The ones that dig themselves out quit.
All of the best writing happens in the bathroom.
Even mustard gas didn't hurt this much.
What even is this?
It's down to film, douche.
Right, well, it sucks.
Hi, I'm Guillermo and I'm watching TSTV. Don't forget to watch TSTV. Yeah!
Welcome in the College Press Box, the most comprehensive sports show on the 40 acres.
The 2018 Orange-White Spring Game revealed key players in the offense.
If she plays really well, Texas really has a great shot.
They need to go deep in these games and really prove themselves.
The women added a trophy to their shelf, winning the title with 117 points.
If Cleveland goes quarterback at 1, which I agree with Sean, I think they do. I think the Giants are crazy if they do not draft Saquon Barkley.
All this and more on College Press Box.
Have you ever wondered what the future holds?
Hi, I'm fake news anchor and real-life boat anchor, Austin Zessen.
You need to know the news before anyone else.
I've survived 3 plane crashes.
Do you know how to keep your wife and children safe?
We're back with more bad news for Speedway, as next week the replacement bricks will be found to be capable of feeling pain.
Do you like news that hits hard? Like my dad?
Hello and welcome to Next Week Now.
Got something boys can't deny. It's like apple pie. Cut you open and you're just wired. You ain't tired, you wanna cause a riot. Who can say no to you? Wait till they get a load of you. $100 bills, look at 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 you.
Hi, I'm Edward, and this is Jimmy Kimmel. And Jimmy Kimmel, do you love Texas Student Television?
Oh yeah, who doesn't love Texas Student Television?
Bad people don't like Texas Student Television. So
Hitler probably was against Texas Student Television.
Yeah, he had many bad ideas, and one of them was not liking Texas Student TV. So should people watch Texas Student TV?
Yes, people should watch. People should watch a lot of television in general, but particularly Texas Student.
And also Jimmy Kimmel.
Thanks.
Good evening and welcome in the College Crossfire. I'm your host, Mark Skoll Jr. Glad to have you on your Wednesday. And Mark Skoll can piss off the cannon. I don't like the cannon. Wait, you don't like the cannon?
All right, let me explain why Aaron Judge is getting it. You can boo me all you want.
Our just lost this point, tried to get points from the crowd, but they're not the one giving points.
Listen here, brother, 9 p.m. Wednesday nights, I'm coming for you.
We're sons of an illustrious father, and this is Austin Underground.
This is a video?
Uh-huh.
What is boom in the shot?
It's a show.
It's a lot of hard work.
A boom in a shot is where
It's
this
a
person
show.
called a boom operator, and they are incompetent.
We only
It's a
have
show.
like 6 people working on the show, so what's the deal with that? Like, if you're out there, we need people to help volunteer.
I can't breathe.
Come on.
It's a show.
You're a fan of this show.
Hold everything, knaves! Hey, buddy, how's it going?
You're not my dad!
We can't keep losing PAs. The ones that dig themselves out. Quit!
All of the best writing happens in the bathroom.
Even mustard gas didn't hurt this much.
What even is this?
It's down to film, douche.
Right, well, it sucks.
Hi, I'm Guillermo and I'm watching TSTV. Don't forget to watch TSTV. Yeah!
I guess we'll get into it. Always enthusiastic, unbelievable, hard-nosed.
All right, let me explain why Aaron Judge is getting it. You can boo me all you want.
I knew Texas was going to win, and then one of the Texas team was going to lose. Hammy. I don't like the Hammy.
Wait, you like this guy?
All right, I'm done.
This is all chaos.
Roll tape.
No!
Oh, hello! For those of you who don't know.
Oh God! Stop!
Look at
it! No! No!
I like beer.
Boys!
Ah!
My ass!
It's so bad!
I'm gonna wreck it!
No!
Wow!
No!
Hey, Bozo! Whoa!
Put Yzma in a llama's body. Oh no!
Wrong level!
Yeah. Will Phil be making an appearance, one of the key characters, and if Phil makes an
best
appearance,
parent.
then we know that there has to be Danny DeVito.
Ah,
we're dancing! What's happening? I don't know what to do.
This is so cute.
Check this out, and I pull out a gun and just shoot you like this.
Good morning, Texas. Good Morning Texas is the only morning show on campus. It is the best way to start your Wednesday mornings because we're always having fun. And you never know what to expect.
I'm gonna need Miss Littlefield to show up and start fighting me.
Let's meet the amazing people that make it all happen.
I'm Kayla Peterman. I'm Daniela Villegas.
I'm Hannah Sauer.
I'm Cameron Trout.
I'm Abigail Redondo.
I'm Lizzie Smith.
I'm Isabel Miller.
And I'm Raymond Boteo.
And we wish you a wonderful Wednesday.
Good evening and welcome in the College Crossfire. I'm your host, Mark Skoll Jr. Glad to have you on your Wednesday.
And Mark Skoll can piss off the Cammy. I don't like the Cammy.
Wait, you like this guy?
All right, let me explain why Aaron Judge is getting it. You can boo me all you want.
Our just lost this point, tried to get points from the crowd, but they're not the one giving points.
Listen here, brother, 9 p.m. Wednesday nights, I'm coming for you.
I can't find anything to watch.
Do you watch entertainment news?
Do you like roundtable discussions and fun hosts?
Do you keep up with the latest trends?
Well, we've got a show for you, mister. It's the exclusive on TSTV.
Keep Austin Weird. We're on Austin Lake. Second cruise from Capitol Cruises. Today we're at Kura Revolving Sushi Bar. Let's go eat some delicious sushi.
TSTV. What's that stand for?
Texas student.
Oh, Texas
Student.
Surreal. No.
Student.
Student TV.
Yes.
Welcome into College Press Box, the most comprehensive sports show on the 40 acres.
The 2018 Orange-White Spring Game revealed key players in the offense.
If she plays really well, Texas really has a great shot.
They need to go deep in these games and really prove themselves.
The women added a trophy to their shelf, winning the title with one of the better.
If Cleveland goes quarterback at 1, which I agree with Sean, I think they do. I think the Giants are crazy if they do not draft Saquon Barkley.
All this and more on College Press Box.
Campus is one of the first sexual assault prevention organizations to really infiltrate.
You should come to my van with me.
Y'all have heard about the man who loved fajitas a little bit too much. And I'll say back off.
Yes.
Me. Yeah, back off. Oh.
Really don't see a lot of black superheroes like that.
Hello and welcome to Tower Talks.
Good evening and welcome back to KVR News.
Good morning, Texas. It's Wednesday, March 7th.
Now let me tell you, when I'm feeling sad, the only thing that turns my day around is a good laugh. So something that is free and accessible, especially if you were a fan of cable, is a lot of TV with a local spin that's sure to give you a big old grin. So if you want to see something funny, I'm going to let you know about this thing on TV called a comedy show. It's called That's Awesome. Don't forget the period and check out our new content because it's a myriad of pretty funny sketches that are bound to make you smile. So if you run out of days on your Netflix trial, you should sit down. Come watch us for a while. We make funnies just to get loads of yucks, and if you don't like it, well, we don't give two.
Hi there, I'm John Cozart from Internet. Now, you're watching Texas Student Television. You need to make sure to like them on Facebook, follow them on Twitter, and subscribe to their YouTube channel for more TSTV goodness. Thank you for watching, and I'm going to go buy a small boat.
Good evening and welcome in the College Crossfire. I'm your host, Mark Skoll Jr. Glad to have you on your Wednesday. And Mark Skoll can piss off the Cammy. I don't like the Cammy. Wait, you don't like the Cammy?
All right, let me explain why Aaron Judge is getting it. You can boo me all you want.
Arnie just lost his point, tried to get points from the crowd, but they're not the one giving points. everything.
Listen here, brother, 9 p.m. Wednesday nights, I'm coming for you.
We're sons of an illustrious father, and this is Austin Underground.
This is a video?
Uh-huh.
What is boom in the shot?
It's a show.
It's a lot of hard work.
A boom in the shot is where
It's
this
a
person
show.
called a boom operator, and they are incompetent.
We only
It's a
have
show.
like 6 people working on the show, so what's the deal with that? Like, if you're out there, we need people to help volunteer.
I can't breathe.
Hold on. It's a show.
You're a fan of this show.
Hold everything, knaves! Hey, buddy, how's it going?
You're not my dad!
We can't keep losing PAs. The ones that dig themselves out. Quit!
All of the best writing happens in the bathroom.
Even mustard gas didn't hurt this much.
What even is this?
It's down to film, douche.
Right, well, it sucks.
Hi, I'm Guillermo and I'm watching TSTV. Don't forget to watch TSTV. Yeah!
All right. Welcome back into TSTV Gameday. I'm John Kelly alongside my host, your host, and mine, Jake Herman. What an exciting first period of hockey this has been.
Yeah, that first period saw the Mustangs score in 2 special team situations. They had the power play about 5 minutes in. The tally coming from Henry Schreier, his first of the season, putting SMU ahead 1-0. And then in a 4-on-4 situation right before the end of the period, it was Henry Dale cashing in with his second goal of the season. The assist coming from Charlie Pinks on that 4-on-4 tally. That put SMU ahead by 2. But other than that, John, a very even period, especially when these teams were at even strength. Not a lot of rhythm, not a lot of flow. A lot of times where the puck was simply stuck in the neutral zone. We're back for the second period. We've got our graphics back up. I want to shout out our technical director, Samantha Pearl, as well as our director, the man to my right, John Kelly, for their hard work in getting this broadcast back up and running. Got off to a bit of a rocky start. Weren't able to get you much of a pregame show, but now we'll be able to tell you about some of the guys you're going to see out there for the Longhorns tonight. Again, it's a team that features a lot of new faces, but a whole lot of old faces as well. Texas had the benefit of not losing a single senior to graduation amidst the 2020 pandemic-shortened season, or rather a lack thereof. Some of the key guys to look at for Texas in this one is the presence of the top 2 defensemen, number 4, Kenneth Meyer, number 11, Tommy Wayman. When the Longhorns get on the power play, it's going to be those 2 that control things from the blue line. Number 17, Michael Esposito, took over as team president for this season. He joins a senior line tonight with both Matthew Tucciaroni and Cole Mensch. Look for that third line to try and get involved in the scoring as tonight goes on. And if we head to the next page of the Longhorns roster, check out the rest of the team. You notice a couple of newcomers. Charlie Alcorn and Braden Stevenson are 2 guys that the Longhorns are really excited about adding to the team. They go right to the top line. Coach Aubrey Berkowitz rolling them out there for some high-pressure spots. Alcorn, a 2-way forward who covers a lot of ground. He's been on the puck a whole lot early in this game. Look for him to try and get the Longhorns back into this one as we head back to the ice for the second period. It starts with a 4-on-4 situation for all of 6 seconds. The penalties to both Nick Remelius and Tyler Chang came with 1:54 on the clock in the first period, meaning that those 2 will be joining their teams on the ice in a matter of 6 seconds here to start the second. It is the 1-2-1 SMU Mustangs taking on the 4-0 Texas Longhorns here at Chaparral Ice Arena. And we're glad you're back with us here on TSTV Game Day. Longhorns win the faceoff, coming left to right in this period. Kenneth Meyer with space, and he whistles one just wide of the cage. 4-on-4 play has concluded. The teams are back to full strength as Nick Trevino sends it deep for Texas and tries to set up a forecheck here on the cycle. Alcorn wins the puck and tries to work his way to the front of the cage. He controls behind the net. Alcorn fires, and a short side save, well covered on the near post by the goalkeeper, Taylor Isom. Already some early pressure for Texas in the second period, John.
Absolutely. Definitely probably had a talk in the locker room during intermission between the periods, and certainly an aggressive and exciting start for the Texas Longhorns in the second period.
Wayman has his shot softened by Haggerty. And now Thompson helps SMU clear the zone. And controls Jack Zeckelman. The defenseman and the second leading point scorer for the Mustangs gets it only as far as Kenneth Meyer. Meyer chips this one up over the glass. Might have deflected off of Peter Haggerty.
That's a ground rule double right there.
Well, for the Longhorns, it means the faceoff will go inside their attacking zone, in the SMU zone off to the right of Isom, who's had some great days, holding Texas A&M to only a couple of goals in the overtime loss. And he's had some rough ones as well, mostly the defense in front of him to blame on those occasions. Referees discussing where this faceoff will go, and it will stay in the SMU zone. But Moss wins the faceoff, and the Mustangs are able to clear up over the outreach stick of Remelius. Harold Chung skates down there first and initiates the icing call. Only 1 minute and 3 seconds gone by in our second period, and the puck will once again travel into the SMU zone. A rivalry renewed. A pair of former TCHC foes that haven't played over the past 4+ years. No player in this game has ever suited up against the opponent today, because SMU has just now rejoined the Texas Collegiate Hockey Conference, and they're looking to make their statement known by coming into Austin for 2 games, one tonight and one tomorrow. Korleski and Enlow march it forward. Enlow has it, cross crease, and Gangwani can't direct it onto net. Good chance there as Gangwani deflects another one behind the cage. Karan Gangwani all over the ice on this shift. The freshman from Chicago, Illinois, wearing number 72. Remelius fires, pad save Isom. Enlow chips it back along. Finally, Hughes controls behind the net for SMU. Really good shift for this second line by the Longhorns. But now Moss comes the other way. He's got help, fires, and a blocker save is covered up by Womble. A 2-on-1 opportunity, and that time the Longhorn keeper was up to the challenge. 18:03 to go in our second period. SMU with their first shot of the period. Texas has had the better of the play here over the last 2 minutes. In the neutral zone, Tucciaroni chips it in to himself. Now he's got help. Tried to pass it to Mensch, and he fanned on the pass attempt, but he's back on the puck. The senior from Mamaroneck sends it back along, as Trawick's effort could not find the cage. And now a 3-on-1 the other way for SMU. Working in his Getz, and it's broken up. Great defensive play by Jonas Trawick. Now an odd man rush for the Horns. Mensch skating in for Tucciaroni, and his backhanded effort is wide. Along the blue line, the pass goes to the front. Tucciaroni backhand, score! Matthew Tucciaroni has his first of the season, and it's SMU 2 and Texas 1.
I'll tell you what, Jake, that period intermission must have been important conversations in the locker room, because this Longhorn team is not the same one I saw in the first period. Very dominant, very aggressive. This SMU defense needs to step it up.
Well, it was a great play to keep the puck in, and Tucciaroni found himself in front of the cage with nothing but time and space. It was a product, like you said, John, of that energy that Texas has come out and shown in this period so far. They have cut this deficit in half. It is 2-1. So for Tucciarone, that's his first goal of the campaign. He had a couple of assists to his name. Mustangs trying now to get it back. In the offensive zone, Pruzik is dispossessed, and it comes back to the blue line for Zeckelman. Zeckelman connects with the Longhorn stick that time of Jake Margocious as the fourth line puts in a shift for Texas. Margocious can't win the puck, and Zeckelman comes back the other way in a 2-on-2. And a good poke check by Harold Chung that time, breaks it up and sends SMU back into their own zone. Longhorns trying to make their way back into this one after a relatively even first period. Saw them down 2-0 on the scoreboard. Here's Peterson, and a big-time stick lift by Kenny Meyer kept him from getting a breakaway opportunity. Both teams had their skating legs under them here in the second. Enlow dispossessed by LaPole, and Henry Dale takes over and lugs it the other way. Good pass connects with Thompson, in on the left wing, and a blocker save by Womble. Follow-up chance also stopped as the Mustangs apply some pressure. Dale lets one go, and a pad save held onto by Womble, who's passed all three of his tests so far in this second period, keeping this at a 2-1 score. For Noah Womble, making one of his first appearances with the Texas Longhorns. Mentioned earlier in the broadcast that he's somebody who is the newest goaltender on the team. Of course, he joins Sean Trice and Jeb Barrett, who each spent the 2020 season with the Longhorns. Womble, a late addition to the roster, who came in when the Longhorns were trailing 3-1 to TCU after one period last weekend. As this one is sent into the middle, Thompson directs it onto the cage, and they couldn't quite steer it in. Follow-up effort was there for Chang. But after Womble came in, he sort of righted the ship, and Texas started to play better in front of him. That helped them pull out a decisive 9-3 win, completing their 4-game sweep over TCU. That's where they stand today at 4-0, but knowing that the harder part of their schedule is still in front of them for this Texas team. Thompson battles with Enlow and wins it. Stick handling in, but his efforts are broken up, and Texas will come back the other way. Cole Enlow skating with Kroleski. Kroleski has it, and he scores! Odd man rush, and the Longhorns have tied it up 2-2.
Absolutely electric. What a great effort by the Longhorns.
Cole Enlow and Steven Kroleski had put in 2 high-quality shifts in this period, and that time they are rewarded. Kroleski scores, Enlow assists, and it is 2-2. We are all square with 14 minutes and 40 seconds to go in our second period. The goal is the third of the season for Kroleski. It is back-to-back goals by Longhorn seniors. Tucciarone and Kroleski score exactly 3 minutes apart, as this puck will be ruled offside. What a turnaround, John, coming out in this second period for Texas, who trailed by 2 at the break, and they have now leveled things up. Got a chance to catch up with Kenny Meyer during the intermission, and he said there wasn't necessarily too much that the Longhorns had to change. They just had to be a little bit better with the puck around the blue paint. As Schreier works in along the left circle. Centering pass broken up by Wayman, and he gets it out of the zone. Meyer felt like the Longhorns skated pretty well in that first period when I caught up with him at the intermission, but the hands weren't there. They weren't able to finish their chances, whereas SMU was maybe the more efficient team in the first period. Would you agree with that, John?
I definitely would, Jake. This Texas team certainly being efficient, scoring 2 goals within the 6 minutes of the second period. Definitely bringing the energy in the second period.
Enlow tries to win the face-off back. It's kind of neutral, but Harold Chung ends up chipping it in for Alcorn. Charlie Alcorn with space, and a glove save by Isom. He picked it up late, but was able to hang on for the stop. It has been all Texas here in the second period. The Mustangs had a couple of odd man rushes, but Longhorns have been able to survive them. Stevenson lays a hit on Charlie Pinks before Peterson takes over in the defensive zone for SMU. Matt Peterson gets it only as far as Enlow, who gets it deep. Already an assist in this period for Cole Enlow. Now Alcorn breaks up the clearing attempts. but it is taken over by Oliver Moss, the right winger, who circles behind the net, and he has it stick checked away. Solid defensive play made there by Harold Chung. Stevenson couldn't get past Riley Schmidt, the defenseman for SMU. Chung can't clear, and a Mustang shot blocked, that time by Alcorn. He connects with Stevenson, and the speedy freshman moves in along the right wing. Stevenson centers, looking for Alcorn. He fires, and a pad save. Isom kept it along the blue line. Shot from distance is blockered aside. That was Jordan Stein's effort. Tucciaroni hustles into the corner. Back to Stein. Jordan Stein, a shot, and that one is held by the keeper, Taylor Isom. 12:46 to go, and the relentless Longhorn pressure continues. 2-2, both Longhorn tallies coming in this second period after they trailed by a pair at the intermission. Coach Aubrey Berkowitz getting them organized during the break. Jordan Stein, after Kroleski wins the faceoff, dumps that one over the glass, and I think this will come outside of the zone. Unless it was deflected. That's what they're discussing right now. First meeting between these two teams in the college careers of any of the players on the ice. Coach Aubrey Berkowitz remembers when Texas and SMU were in the same division. In his decade-long career at the helm for the Longhorns, a former UT player himself. Tucciaroni along the half wall. His shot is saved by Isom. He gloved it. No rebound there. Well done by the SMU keeper, who has not gotten a whole lot in the way of help in front of him so far in this second period. Isom sporting an .806 save percentage. He's played in all 4 games, like I mentioned, for SMU. Wearing the Harvard red and Yale blue, with Dallas in cursive across the front, as Piatzas wins the loose puck and works his way on in, fires, and a blocker save. That was tricky, short side. Piatzas still on the puck, works it to the front, and a pad save by Womble with traffic in front. Remelius behind the net. Connects with Alcorn. Gangwani can't quite work it through, and SMU starting to apply a bit of pressure on the forecheck. Aiden Cressy looking for support and turns it over. Here comes Matthew Tucciaroni, and he dumps it in. Longhorns will get a much-needed change after playing that shift on the back foot. 11:40 to go in our second period here at Chaparral Ice. Zeckelman, he's dangerous on the attack, but a good stick lift by Tommy Wayman, the senior from Minneapolis, is able to stop that chance in its tracks. Punched in deep for Esposito, who works it ahead to Mensch. Mensch connecting with his man Margocious, and Jake Margocious circles back near the blue line. Down low for Meyer. Kenny Meyer lays it off for Margocious. Down low looking for Esposito, but he's muscled off the puck by Haggerty, who comes the other way with Thompson. Michael Thompson battles with Kenny Meyer and controls the puck in the corner. Margocious and Meyer pressuring him. And Texas wins the puck with Cole Mensch. Mensch gets it deep. Another productive shift for SMU, but the Longhorns survive it and get the line change. Nearing the halfway point in our second period. 10 minutes, 30 seconds to go. As this puck is won by Cole Enlow, who can't put it through the legs of the defender. Alcorn keeps it in the attacking zone, but Logan LaPole will chip it up ahead to Kenny Meyer. LaPole, a backhanded chip, and again, Harold Chung gloves it out of the air and keeps it deep. Longhorns trying to play on this end of the ice. Alcorn pass off the skates of Enlow. Can't connect, and here comes Moss the other way. Moss trying to get around Chung, and he's steered wide of the cage. Great defensive play by Harold Chung on that occasion. He will dump it up ahead, not strong enough to become an icing, so Case Connor has to start all over from behind the SMU cage. His clearing attempt is lazily off the skates, but he has support with him, as Brendan Hughes dishes it up to Matt Peterson. Peterson, a shot. That was tricky. Quick release, but a glove save. And we get a reprieve with 9:35 to go in the period.
Certainly exciting action so far. Audience stands about 2/3 filled here at the Chaparral Ice Center. They've certainly got their ticket price was worth the price of admission.
There you go.
Here, all tied with 10 minutes about left to go in the second period.
Could be heading towards an exciting conclusion to this one. We are at the halfway point of the hockey game, midway between the second period. With speed the other way, here comes Kroleski. Steven Kroleski on his backhand, badgered by Henry Dale, who helps his teammate Matt Peterson win the puck behind the net. Up ahead, it's Charlie Pinks. Pinks can't play it off of the defender. All over in that time, stride for stride was Nick Remelius. Longhorns wanted too many men that time, as SMU had some traffic in front of their bench. They don't get that, but they do draw the icing, and it'll become a Texas face-off. Looks like they are going to get that penalty after all. Maybe not. Looked like the official went over to the bench. He might have just been having a word with the coach rather than giving out the penalty. 5-on-5 hockey with 8:52 to go in the period. Here's a chance with numbers. Gupta working in with Pinks. He centers it. Forehanded shot. They score! Right off the draw, SMU got a 2-on-1. Perfectly played by both Naveen Gupta and Charlie Pinks. Mustangs back in front. It's 3-2.
Good turnaround for the Mustangs after scoring 2 unanswered points from the Longhorns, being able to turn around and bring the game back in their favor.
And with 8:42 to go, it is Charlie Finks. I apologize for saying Pinks. It is Finks on the goal. 3-2 SMU with 8:30 to go. Already a total of 3 goals in this period. 2 by the Longhorns, 1 by the Mustangs. Texas has not led in this hockey game just yet. SMU with some pep back in their step. Centering pass, couldn't get to Gupta. Good idea by Bo Getz. And he does shovel it to the cage, but that one is handled by Noah Womble. 8:15 to go in the period. Appreciate those of you tuned in on TSTV Sports live YouTube stream. SMU leading Texas by a score of 3-2 with 8 minutes to go in our second period. Alongside John Kelly, I am Jake Herman. Happy to bring you the coverage of some TCHC hockey. Braden Stevenson and Charlie Alcorn charged the other way for Texas. Stevenson's centering pass went off the stick of Isom and settled down for him to cover up.
As Jake said, we certainly appreciate y'all watching. This is our first game day in 2 years, having been affected by the pandemic, just like these hockey teams had.
Right.
And we certainly appreciate your viewership of this ice hockey matchup.
Yeah, and if you're looking for a free broadcast, maybe a free alternative to the Black Dog stream tonight, or a chance to watch your son, friend, brother play, let them know. We got a lot of hockey left to play tonight, and there's surely some drama left in this one. 3-2 the score, as this one nearly was turned over right in front of the cage. SMU fortunate there, as Aiden Cressy carries it the other way and absorbs a big hit from Kenneth Meyer. Somebody who was battling injuries for a lot of the 2019 season. Nobody's been more eager to get back on the ice than the captain and the former team president, Kenneth Meyer. Physical play picking up as Alcorn leaves it for Stevenson. To the middle it goes, and low. Backhanded effort. Tried to go down low for Alcorn. He couldn't handle it. Texas just trying to shovel pucks towards the net. That's a nifty move by Bo Getz to earn himself some space. Getz, centering pass, and unable to tuck it away is Jack Dorsher. That's the defenseman joining the rush. And a good reaction by Womble to handle the weak shot.
Tell you what, that energy we saw from the Longhorns at the beginning of this period, nowhere to be seen in the second half of this game in the past second half of the 10-20 minutes.
Longhorns scored twice in the first 5 minutes of this second period. But since then, the Mustangs have had the better of the play, and they have reestablished their 3-2 lead. There are goals in this one coming from Charlie Finks, Henry Dale, and Charlie Finks again, he's got 2. Longhorns win the faceoff, but quickly ice the puck. And so we will march back into the zone. These teams back in action tomorrow night. SMU making the trip from Dallas to play not just 1 game, but 2. Here at the home of the Longhorns. Texas so happy to not only be welcoming competition back, but to be welcoming fans back to the Chaparral Ice Arena in this their first true set of home games this year. It is Texas once again playing from their defensive zone. See if this line can lead a breakout. Looks like Coach Berkowitz shuffled things up. Matthew Tucciaroni playing with Stephen Kroleski at the moment. Leaves it for Gangwani. His shot is saved. Isom had that one go off of his arm. And luckily for him, it bounced right into his glove. Well done that time by the SMU keeper. So Aubrey Berkowitz shuffling up the lines. Tucciaroni, Kroleski, and Gangwani playing together. In the front, Kroleski backhanded pass. They score! Matthew Tucciaroni with his second of the night. It's 3-all.
Excellent performance by the Longhorns. Real blunder there by the goalie. We're back 3-all with 6:41 left in the second period.
Well, it goes exactly to what Kenny Meyer talked about in between periods. When you get in front of the cage, you got to have good hands. And Kroleski, excellent job to put that one on a platter. Tucciaroni, great instinct to tuck it away. And Texas has their 3rd goal of this period. High-scoring hockey, it's 3-3. That one came with 6:40 to go in our period. Mensch again tries to center it. And now a desperation play. Matt Peterson blocked what would have been a sure goal as Cole Mensch tried to center it across for Michael Esposito. Those two now playing with Nick Trevino, who moves up from the 4th line, have not seen Mike Hildner out there yet in this second period. It's possible that he is dealing with some sort of an issue right now. We have not seen him out there. It's caused Coach Berkowitz to shuffle up his lines. Nick Trevino collides behind the cage with Connor Case. Matt Peterson dumps it ahead for Henry Schreier. But they can't connect, and it results in an icing. So just when the Longhorns appeared to be on their heels, a bit of magic from Kroleski and Tucciaroni. Tucciaroni's got 2 goals in the period. Kroleski has a goal and an assist. It has been those two, John, that have anchored the Longhorn comeback.
Absolutely. Great performances by them. Finally able to tie the game back up. Texas is still looking to take the lead for the first time tonight.
Here's Alcorn circling like a shark, trying to confuse the Mustang defense. Now he centers. It's off the stick of Isom and dealt with. And a penalty call coming up here. We'll see who they get this one against. The net is off its moorings. Braden Stevenson is in the blue paint. I wonder if they're going to get goaltender interference here, or if this is going to go against the Mustangs. It is going to go against SMU. Interference is the call. It's against Dale, Henry Dale, and so that will give Texas their first power play opportunity of the hockey game with 5:36 to go in our second period. It'll be Braden Stevenson out there with Charlie Alcorn and Cole Mensch, the D pair. The top 2 that I mentioned at the intermission, Kenny Meyer and Tommy Wayman. Face-off win by Finks. And the clearing attempt just has enough on it. It gets over the outstretched arm of Meyer, and Wayman has to hustle back to control it. Meyer jars the puck loose and takes over. So let's see now how Texas can set up their power play. That is not a good start, as they can't connect on a simple pass in the defensive zone. SMU says, thank you very much. We'll take some more time off the clock. Already 30 seconds gone from this man advantage. And the Longhorns struggling to get anything going. Now Kenny Meyer wins possession of the puck, and we'll see if Texas can start it up. Charlie Alcorn tries to split him. Stevenson controls along the blue line, and Meyer will lug it in. Meyer has his pass broken up by Getz. Stevenson battles with Hughes, and the clearing attempt is successful. It hops over the stick of Wayman. And Texas has to reset once again. Into the zone, Alcor. His shot blocked by Riley Schmidt. Wayman does well to keep it in. Or not. Call came from the referee at the back. This puck is going to come out of the Longhorn zone. Uneven power play. 55 seconds left on the man advantage. And so far, no shots on net for Texas. Remelius controls after the face-off win. Connects with Gangwani, who shields away the defender and gives it to Enlow. Second power play unit now on for Texas. Enlow down low for Gangwani. He centers, looking for Remelius, who has to whack at the puck to settle it down. Clearing attempt, denied by Chung, and denied again. So Gangwani can keep it on the front foot. Remelius in the slot, and the puck just bouncing around right now. Nobody able to really get control. Chung fans on the shot attempt and has to leave it off for Enlow. Enlow gives to Remelius. He fires a glove save by Isom. A one-time attempt, but the SMU keeper up to the challenge. And that leaves only 9 seconds on this man advantage.
Disappointing for the Longhorns. Only 9 seconds left in the power play. Not able, as of yet, to take advantage of that opportunity and take the lead for the first time tonight. Still tied 3-3 with 3:44 left to play in this period, second period.
Wayman controls. Trawick fires just off the skate of the keeper Isom. It was going to hit the post otherwise. Man advantage is over. Dale comes out of the box and heads to the bench. SMU has killed it off. So the Mustangs 1 for 1 on their power play attempts tonight. The Longhorns 0 for 1 in this hockey game. We're tied at 3. Texas entered the period trailing 2-0. But after a pair of goals in the first 5 minutes, SMU answered, but Texas tied it up on the most recent tally. Matthew Tucciaroni with his second of the game with 6:40 to go in the period. There's now 3:03. Outside the zone we go. First meeting in more than half a decade between Texas and SMU. And we've got it for you here on TSTV Sports, our first live game coverage, also known as TSTV Gameday, in 2 years. And so far, this game has lived up to the occasion. Zeckelman has his stick lifted, turnover, here comes Alcorn working in, and he roofs it too high into the netting. The pressure by Stevenson and Alcorn nearly paying off there, but no finish on that attempt. Good stick there on that play by Zeckelman to affect the shot. And that surely affected the scoring chance. Texas still on the front foot. Trawick can't connect with anybody as he tries to center it. Low angle shot by Alcorn is pad saved by Isom. Longhorns dominating the shots on goal in this period as Stevenson tries to connect with Enlow. Can't do it. Piatas will come the other way and chip it past Jonas Trawick and out of the zone. Picking up where it left off, that's Cressy in the corner, trying to reconnect with Piatas. Instead, he goes back to the blue line for Getz, who dumps it off the boards and connects with his teammate in Haggerty. Haggerty cycles back to Zeckelman, but his pass is sticked away by Enlow. Longhorns active right now, nothing coming easy for the Mustangs on that third of the ice. Down there with our cameraman Marcus. Want to shout out our camera crew for their work in this one. Got all 3 cameras up and running now. Emily, Cecilia, and Marcus doing a great job capturing the action for you here on TSTV Sports.
And again, a special shout out to our technical director, Samantha.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Incredible jobs all around.
2 minutes to go in our second period. SMU trying to inch back in front, but right now fighting for every inch as that one is directed slowly onto the cage and covered up by Noah Womble. 7:45 puck drop tomorrow for the second game between these two in this early season TCHC tussle.
After that, the Longhorns will head up to Dallas for a 2-game series in Dallas against SMU.
So these two teams, John, will see each other, looks like 4 times in a row after this one. So what happens in this game could really set the tone for that mini-series. Karan Gangwani can't quite work it around Brendan Hughes. Hughes along the near wall for Haggerty, but he only gets it as far as Kroleski. Hughes, this time will clear it out, and it's past the outstretched attempt of Jordan Stein. The sophomore from Houston. Chaos in front of the cage. That chance came from nothing, and SMU got bodies in front. Womble able to keep his composure and keep the puck out of the net. Crowd somewhat subdued in this one for a Friday night at the Chaparral Ice Arena. Maybe would have expected a bit more energy out of this crowd. Sort of an older crowd at this one. Don't quite have that student section going yet. I got a feeling when Texas A&M comes in here around Halloween, it's going to be a much different atmosphere. Longhorns will certainly be hoping for that fan support, as this one is a wraparound attempt. Pinks follows up on it. Finks looking for a hat trick, and that time he nearly beat the goaltender Womble to the post, but he could not. Under a minute to go in our second period now. Alcorn, drop pass for Enlow. Charlie Alcorn, neat pass to the middle. Stevenson, off the post. It wouldn't go. Had the goalkeeper drifting right and hit the left post on the play. Stevenson had the right idea there. Enlow absorbs a hit. Taking the worst of that one was the SMU player Lepole. Another big hit laid by Enlow on Lepole. Lepole's asking for a penalty. It's not given. Moss trying to work against Meyer, and Kenneth Meyer wins the puck to Tommy Wayman with 20 seconds to go in the period. Charlie Alcorn working 1-on-2 into the middle. Alcorn still has it, fires, save, rebound, score! Jake Margocious puts Texas in front with 12 seconds to go in the period. Alcorn had the first shot. Margocious cleans up the rebound for his first goal of the season.
First lead of the night for the Longhorns. Definitely, this was the period they wanted to have after that disappointing first period. Down 2-0, tying it up 2-2. Getting the third goal with 6 minutes left, and now with 12 seconds left in the second period, 4-3. Texas Longhorns.
That is a backbreaker if you're SMU, who surely just wants to get back into the locker room, make some adjustments. But what a period for Texas. As that one goes out with no time on the clock, I wonder if they'll put any back or if that's going to be the period. That's going to be the period. So, Texas came into the second period trailing 2-0. They get 4 goals, one from Tucciaroni, then Kroleski, Tucciaroni again, and then Jake Margocious puts Texas in front with 12 seconds to go. The goal for Margocious actually his second on the season, and that puts Texas ahead by a score of 4-3. Don't go anywhere. We've got a great third period coming your way live on TSTV Sports. We'll take a break for the intermission. Texas 4, SMU 3. Third period next.
Good evening and welcome in the College Crossfire. I'm your host, Mark Skoll Jr. Glad to have you on your Wednesday. And Mark Skoll can piss off the Cammy. I don't like the Cammy. Wait, you don't like the Cammy?
All right, let me explain why Aaron Judge is getting it. You can boo me all you want.
Arne just lost his point, tried to get points from the crowd, but they're not the one giving points.
Listen here, brother, 9 p.m. Wednesday nights, I'm coming for you.
We're sons of an illustrious father, and this is Austin Underground.
Uh-huh. What is Boom in the Shot?
It's a show.
It's a lot of hard work.
A boom in a shot is where this person called a boom operator, and they are incompetent.
We only have like 6 people working on the show, so what's the deal with that? Like, If you're out there, we need people to help volunteer.
I can't breathe.
Hold on.
It's a show.
You're a fan of this show.
Hold everything, knaves! Hey, buddy, how's it going?
You're not my dad!
We can't keep losing PAs. The ones that dig themselves out. Quit!
All of the best writing happens in the bathroom.
Even mustard gas didn't hurt this much.
What even is this?
It's down to film, douche.
Right, well, it sucks.
Hi, I'm Guillermo and I'm watching TSTV. Don't forget to watch TSTV. Yeah!
Welcome into College Press Box, the most comprehensive sports show on the 40 acres.
The 2018 Orange-White Spring Game revealed key players in the offense.
If she plays really well, Texas really has a great shot.
They need to go deep in these games and really prove themselves.
The women added a trophy to their shelf, winning the title with 117 points.
If Cleveland goes quarterback at 1, which I agree with Sean, I think they do. I think the Giants are crazy if they do not draft Saquon Barkley.
All this and more on College Press Box.
Have you ever wondered what the future holds?
Hi, I'm fake news anchor and real-life boat anchor, Austin Zesson.
You need to know the news before anyone else.
I've survived 3 plane crashes.
Do you know how to keep your wife and children safe?
We're back with more bad news for Speedway, as next week the replacement bricks will be found to be capable of feeling pain.
Do you like news that hits hard? Like my dad?
Hello and welcome to Next Week Now.
Got something boys can't deny. It's like apple pie. Cut you open and you're just wired. You ain't tired, you wanna cause a riot. Who can say no to you? Wait till they get a load of you. $100 bills, look at 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 you.
Hi, I'm Edward, and this is Jimmy Kimmel. And Jimmy Kimmel, do you love Texas Student Television?
Oh yeah, who doesn't love Texas Student Television?
Bad people don't like Texas Student Television. So
Hitler probably was against Texas Student Television.
Yeah, he had many bad ideas, and one of them was not liking Texas Student TV. So should people watch Texas Student TV?
Yes, people should watch. People should watch a lot of television in general, but particularly Texas Student.
And also Jimmy Kimmel.
Thanks.
Yes, we'll get into it. Always enthusiastic, unbelievable, hard-nosed.
All right, let me explain why Aaron Judge is getting it. You can boo me all you want.
I knew Texas was going to win, and then one of the Texas team was going to lose.
Hammy. I don't like the Hammy.
Wait, you don't like this guy?
All right, I'm done.
This is all chaos.
Roll tape.
No!
Oh, hello! For those of you who don't know.
Oh, God! Stop!
Look at
it! No! No!
I like beer.
Boys! My ass! It's so bad!
I'm gonna wreck it!
No!
Wow!
No!
Hey, Bozo! Whoa!
Put Yzma in a llama's body. Oh no!
Wrong level!
Yeah. Will Phil be making an appearance, one of the key characters? And if Phil makes an appearance, then we know that there has to be Danny DeVito. Oh, dancing! What's happening? I don't know what to do.
This is so cute.
Check this out, and I pull out a gun and just shoot you like this.
Good morning, Texas. Good Morning Texas is the only morning show on campus. It is the best way to start your Wednesday mornings because we're always having fun. And you never know what to expect.
I'm gonna need Miss Littlefield to show up and start fighting me.
Let's meet the amazing people that make it all happen.
I'm Kayla Peterman. I'm Daniela Villegas. I'm Hannah Sauer.
I'm Cameron Trout.
I'm Abigail Redondo. I'm Lizzie Smith.
I'm Isabel Miller.
And I'm Raymond Boteo.
And we wish you a wonderful Wednesday.
Good evening and welcome in the College Crossfire. I'm your host, Mark Skoll Jr. Glad to have you on your Wednesday.
And Mark Skoll can piss off the Cammy. I don't like the Cammy.
Wait, you don't like the Cammy?
All right, let me explain why Aaron Judge is getting it. You can boo me all you want.
RJ just lost his point, tried to get points from the crowd, but they're not the one giving points.
Listen here, brother, 9 p.m. Wednesday nights, I'm coming for you.
We're sons of an illustrious father, and this is Austin Underground.
This is a video?
Uh-huh.
What is boom in the shot?
It's a show.
It's a lot of hard work.
A boom in a shot is where
It's
this
a
person
show.
called a boom operator, and they are incompetent.
We only
It's a
have
show.
like 6 people working on the show, so what's the deal with that? Like, if you're out there, we need people to help volunteer.
I can't breathe.
Come on.
It's a show.
You're a fan of this show.
Hold everything, knaves! Hey, buddy, how's it going?
You're not my dad!
We can't keep losing PAs. The ones that dig themselves out quit.
All of the best writing happens in the bathroom.
Even mustard gas didn't hurt this much.
What even is this?
It's down to film. Douche.
Right, well, it sucks.
Hi, I'm Guillermo and I'm watching TSTV. Don't forget to watch TSTV. Yeah!
Good evening and welcome in the College Crossfire. I'm your host, Mark Skoll Jr. Glad to have you on your Wednesday.
And Mark Skoll can piss off the Cammy. I don't like the Cammy.
Wait, you don't like the Cammy?
All right, let me explain why Aaron Judge is getting it. You can boo me all you want.
RJ just lost his point, tried to get points from the crowd, but they're not the one giving points.
Listen here, brother, 9 p.m. Wednesday nights, I'm coming for you.
I can't find anything to watch.
Do you watch entertainment news?
Do you like roundtable discussions and fun hosts?
Do you keep up with the latest trends?
Well, we've got a show for you, mister. It's the exclusive on TSTV.
Keep Austin weird. We're on Austin Lake. Second cruise from Capitol Cruises. Today we're at Kira Revolving Sushi Bar. Let's go eat some delicious sushi.
Another
TSTV. What's that stand for?
Texas student.
Oh, Texas.
Student.
Surreal. No.
Student.
Student TV.
Yes.
Good evening and welcome in the College Crossfire. I'm your host, Mark Stoll Jr. Glad to have you on your Wednesday.
And Mark Stoll can piss off the cannon. I don't like the cannon.
Oh, wait, you don't like the cannon?
All right, let me explain why Aaron Judge is getting it. You can boo me all you want.
Arnie just lost his point, tried to get points from the crowd, but they're not the one giving points.
Listen here, brother, 9 p.m. Wednesday nights, I'm coming for you.
We're sons of an illustrious father, and this is Austin Underground.
This is a video?
Uh-huh.
What is boom in the shot?
It's a show.
It's a lot of hard work.
A boom in a shot is where
It's
this
a
person
show.
called a boom operator, and they are incompetent.
We only
It's a
have
show.
like 6 people working on the show, so what's the deal with that? Like, if you're out there, we need people to help volunteer.
I can't breathe.
Hold on.
It's a show.
You're a fan of this show.
Hold everything, knaves! Hey, buddy, how's it going?
You're not my dad! We can't keep losing PAs. The ones that dig themselves out. Quit!
All of the best writing happens in the bathroom.
Even mustard gas didn't hurt this much.
What even is this?
It's down to film, douche.
Right, well, it sucks.
Hi, I'm Guillermo and I'm watching TSTV. Don't forget to watch TSTV. Yeah!
Guess we'll get into it.
Always enthusiastic, unbelievable, hard-nosed.
All right, let me explain why Aaron Judge is getting it. You can boo me all you want.
I knew Texas was going to win, and then one of the Texas team was going to lose.
Cannon. I don't like the cannon.
Wait, you don't like this guy?
All right, I'm done.
This is all chaos.
Roll tape.
No!
Oh, hello! For those of you who don't know.
Oh, God! Stop!
Look at
it! No! No!
I like beer.
Boys!
Ah!
My ass!
It's so bad!
I'm gonna wreck it!
No!
Wow!
No!
Hey, bozo! Whoa!
Put Yzma in a llama's body. Oh no!
Wrong level!
Yeah. Will Phil be making an appearance, one of the key characters, and if Phil makes an
Best
appearance,
parent.
then we know that there has to be Danny DeVito.
We're dancing!
What's happening? I don't know what to do.
This is so cute.
Check this out, and I pull out a gun and just shoot you like this.
Good morning, Texas. Good Morning Texas is the only morning show on campus. It is the best way to start your Wednesday mornings because we're always having fun. And you never know what to expect.
I'm gonna need Miss Littlefield to show up and start fighting me.
Let's meet the amazing people that make it all happen.
I'm Kayla Peterman. I'm Daniela Villegas.
I'm Hannah Sauer.
I'm Cameron Trout.
I'm Abigail Redondo.
I'm Lizzie Smith.
I'm Isabel Miller.
And I'm Raymond Boteo.
And we wish you a wonderful Wednesday.
Welcome back into TSTV Game Day for this final period. I'm John Kelly alongside Jake Herman. 4-3, Texas Longhorns with the advantage, coming in with 50 seconds left in the intermission period. We're going to take a look now at the SMU roster and see the lineup for the Mustangs.
And this isn't the full list of the SMU Mustangs that are here tonight, unfortunately. They posted one traveling roster and actually traveled with more guys than they realize. And that's important for a team like SMU in a series where you're playing 2 back-to-back games. You don't want to have tired legs in a matchup that's as even as this, because in a 4-3 hockey game, something as simple as one tired body could really make the difference. Of the guys we've seen from those listed so far, the big one to keep an eye on, number 26, Taylor Isom, the goalkeeper for SMU. He stopped all 11 UT shots in the first period, but in the second period, the Longhorns scored 4 times on only 15 shots. The shots just about even right now. SMU 27, Texas 26. That's how close this game has been, and I expect a finish that lives up to that hype in this hockey game. The horn sounds. The teams are out to start the third period. I did go down in between the benches, between periods, to confirm Mike Hildner is done for the day. Suffered an injury in the first period. He was in good spirits down there, but certainly frustrated about it. Hildner is done, and so Texas will have to adapt to life without him. In this hockey game, their first-line left winger, John, is done for the day. So the depth of Texas being tested in this one, but they did get a huge contribution from their fourth-line winger at the end of that period, as Jake Margocious, the freshman from Mamaroneck, tucked away his second goal of the season. Check that, the sophomore from Mamaroneck. I always forget what grade these players are in because they didn't play last year. I covered the team back in 2019. Sometimes I announce over on their pay-per-view stream. So happy to bring you the game for free tonight, whether you're watching from Longhorn Nation here in Austin or up in Dallas, cheering on the SMU Mustangs. We're happy you're spending your evening with us here at the Chaparral Ice Arena. And if you've got friends or family that want to see this game come to an exciting finish, let them know. Send them the link here for free on TSTV Sports. All right, our third period is underway. 20 minutes left to settle a winner between these two, as Stevenson fires a shot that is up high and gloved by Isom. Only 9 seconds in, and the Longhorns have drawn an offensive zone faceoff. No goals yet from the top line of Charlie Alcorn, Braden Stevenson, and now Cole Enlow, who has shifted up to that top line, taking the place of the injured Hildner. But this line has certainly generated some pressure as Stevenson fires and scores! Braden Stevenson, right on cue, gives the Longhorns a 2-goal lead.
That must be quite the energy in the locker room. We saw going into the second period, Longhorns scored 2 goals within the first 5 minutes of the second period. Here again, right off the bat, 15 seconds into the third period, the Longhorns score another goal to make it 5-3 advantage Longhorns.
So in the span, John, of only 27 seconds of game clock, Texas has scored 2. With 12 seconds to go in the second, and then with 15 seconds elapsed in the third, the Longhorns have completely changed this game. What a sequence. Broken up by the intermission. Finks works it into Peterson. Matt Peterson loses an edge and has it taken over by Tommy Wayman. Texas the other way with numbers. Wayman, the defenseman. Drop pass for Stevenson. And Stevenson pitches it back to Wayman in the corner. Charlie Alcorn has space. He centers for Stevenson. Stevenson tries to connect with Wayman down low. It's broken up by Peterson, who can't connect with Finks. Charlie Finks has 2 goals for SMU in this one. He had a power play tally in the first period and the lone SMU goal of the second period. Ever since SMU went ahead 3-2 on the second Finks tally, it is the Longhorns who have scored 3 unanswered. Alcorn, who has an assist to his name, nearly had another there as his centering pass couldn't reach Stevenson. Kroleski playing right now with Alcorn and Stevenson on that top line. Out of the corner, Finks emerges with it and dances through the neutral zone. Working against Harold Chung. Finks couldn't stick handle around him. Harold Chung was able to deal with that one. The senior from McKinney, Texas, had that one accounted for. Longhorns get it deep. Matthew Tucciaroni leading the forecheck. He's got 2 goals tonight for the Texas Longhorns, his first 2 of the season. Tucciaroni, who wasn't necessarily pleased with the way he played in the TCU series, despite the Longhorn wins, he has showed out tonight, really starting with that second period, and has helped the Longhorns climb back into this one after they had an early deficit. Now it's Texas who holds a 2-goal lead for the first time all night. Gangwani through the neutral zone. Nice pass off the wall to Krolewski. He's got Tucciaroni with him, but he can't get there. Riley Schmidt was there with a good stick defensively. That'll spring SMU the other way. Piazzas can't get in around Wayman. And now Tucciaroni will dump it into the Longhorns. We'll get a change. 17:25 to go in the third period, which has already seen Texas double their lead. It was 4-3 at the intermission. It is now 5. Nice move by Griffin Getz, and he's going to miss the net but draw a penalty on the play. A nifty bit of stick handling that time by the SMU forward, Bo Getz. And that's going to draw the Texas penalty, and SMU will get their second power play of the evening. Remember, they scored on their first power play. That time it's Kenny Meyer who gets whistled for tripping. So the Mustangs have the man advantage for the next 2 minutes. They'll send out a power play that includes Matt Peterson, Jack Zeckelman, Oliver Moss, as well as Connor Case. But right there, the puck is cleared immediately by Tommy Wayman. The alternate captain wearing number 11 who plays significant minutes on both power play and penalty kill. Moss to Finks, back to Moss, good 1-2. Moss is in, and that one is sticked aside by Womble. Moss did not get a whole lot on that shot. Matt Peterson can't get it past Remelius. To the blue line for Zeckelman. He fires, and that's off the shoulder of the keeper. Rebound was sitting there, and Oliver Moss missed a wide open net. Big chance missed by SMU. Still with 1:16 left on this power play. And Tommy Wayman with a huge clearance right there, giving Texas a much-needed change. Wayman with his defensive partner Meyer in the penalty box, able to get the job done on that occasion. Second unit out for the PK. Zeckelman, the second leading scorer for SMU, finding Peterson down low. Peterson working in, low angle, and the post is protected. Rebound attempt, follow up by Finks, rebound, score, Oliver Moss. And SMU is able to cash in on the man advantage. They cut the deficit to 5-4.
SMU really taking advantage of the power plays in this game, unlike the Longhorns who have not had the same success with the man advantage.
You just felt that one coming. The way SMU had pressured the Longhorn net on that power play. Womble fought off the first, second, third attempts, but eventually a rebound came in on a platter for Oliver Moss. And he gets his first goal of the game after missing the big open net earlier in the power play. It's once again a 1-goal game. Brandon Hughes has it behind the Longhorn net. Or excuse me, the Mustang net. And he leaves it for Peter Haggerty. Ooh, a little trouble back there as Haggerty fell on his own accord. And now Texas will set up some offense with Jonas Trawick keeping it in. Alcorn chases, shoots, and the redirect from Stevenson was too high. Alcorn and Stevenson, that top line, have accounted for the last 2 Longhorn goals. As a big hit near the SMU bench is going to draw whistles and a little bit of a scrum. Physical play in this game, John, has been sporadic. It's picked up at times, and it's gone away at times. What kind of a factor do you think physicality has played out there? I can tell you love that question.
Well, of course, physicality, always a big factor in the game of hockey. Not too many big shots, though we might see in more of a rivalry game like Texas A&M. But still, plenty of bumping going around on the ice.
Yeah, when the Longhorns played the Aggies last year, of course, their only game that they played against any competition in 2020, besides the men's league they played in, things got physical very quickly, even with a set of modified rules. You could just tell how much the players missed getting out there. Henry Schreier behind the Longhorn cage as SMU pushes for an equalizer. Karan Gangwani dumped down to the ice as that shot sails wide off the stick of Brendan Hughes. Gupta, who's got an assist in this one, has that pass broken up by Tucciaroni, and now a neat pass from Chung connects with Gangwani. Karan fires, and a pad save made by Taylor Isom. Kenneth Meyer controls the pace from the neutral zone now. In a game of ebbs and flows and momentum shifts, it is the teams that have traded goals in this third period thus far. Texas led 5-3 before the power play goal by Oliver Moss put us in our current situation, 5-4, with still 14 minutes to play. Matthew Tucciaroni, his shot became a good pass after it was blocked by a defender. Kenneth Meyer fires, pad save, juicy rebound sitting there, but well protected by the SMU Mustangs. The other way, Cresswell. And a desperation defensive play by Jonas Trawick to get it out of the zone. Everybody standing on both benches right now. The next goal in this game, you can just tell, is very important given our current situation. 5-4, as this is a loose puck in front. Desperation clear by Esposito. Womble couldn't handle the bouncing puck that came off the boards. Tense moments right now. SMU circling the wagons here, trying to get an equalizer. Esposito down low as Peterson chases Meyer into the corner. Dorsher can't handle it, and it's a foot race between Stevenson and LaPole, but Logan LaPole comes away with it. Cole Mensch pesters it back into the Longhorns' attacking zone before LaPole is forced to retreat with it for SMU. Under 13 minutes to go. Longhorns lead by 1. In a game that has featured goals galore, no team has led by more than 2, and each team has led by 2 at various points. Oliver Moss working in. Can't connect with Finks as his shot attempt is blocked away by Kenny Meyer. Here comes Braden Stevenson. Leaves it for Enlow. His shot is right into the breadbasket of Isom, who did a good job, John, coming out to cut off the angle.
Absolutely.
What a good game.
Absolutely. And don't let the score fool you. Michael Isom has had a great performance tonight.
Yeah, the captain. Not often you see a goalie taking over the role of team president. Some kind of job security in net, right, for Isom. He's played all 5 of the Mustangs games so far this season, with performances varying from a 2-goal gem at Texas A&M to a 10-goal shellacking in that same series. A lot of it depends on how the Mustangs play in front of him. Alcorn dips it back for Wayman. Wayman to Alcorn. Stops at the circles, fires, and doesn't get through. A sea of red, white, and blue. SMU packing it in defensively against this Longhorn top line, which has been dangerous all night long. Finks can't connect with Moss. Oliver Moss, who had the power play goal about 4 minutes ago, which made this game a whole lot closer. SMU knocking on the door. Mustangs try to break out, but nothing coming easily as Alcorn dumps it back in deep. 11:34 to go, and Texas keeping themselves on the front foot. Kroleski tries to work out of the corner. He's dispossessed that time by Chang. Tyler Chang weighs his options, absorbs a big hit as he dumps it out into the neutral ice. Moss will dump it into the Texas zone, and SMU goes for a long change. Who's going to break the ice here? Riley Schmidt. Bad pass taken over by Gangwani. Down low, Kroleski just over the net. Tried a slap shot from a pretty good spot. Texas doing a good job of keeping the puck deep and trying to generate chances off the dump and chase. Here's Haggerty. Straddles the blue line and gives to Thompson. Thompson for Peterson, and a blocker save by Womble. The save of the night from the Texas goalkeeper. He might have to make another one, though. Thompson can't connect with Peterson. Gangwani can't clear. Harold Chung takes his chance at clearing it away, and Tucciaroni finally shovels it out. Remember that moment. A blocker save from point-blank range by Noah Womble to keep Texas in front 5-4.
Certainly was quite the save there, Jake. Great performances by both goalies this evening.
Yeah, despite the scoreline, John, to your point, these goalies have denied there from being even more. Esposito and company working it deep on a line with Cole Mensch and Nick Trevino. Actually looks like Jake Margoshes out there right now with Trevino. And the Sidney, Montana native gains possession out of the corner. Esposito doing a good job of keeping it deep, and a penalty coming. This is going to go against, looks like SMU behind the play. We'll see who they get for it. Happened in that far corner. And it looks like Brandon Hughes, or rather Nick Trevino for Texas, headed to the box. I saw that play completely wrong. Nick Trevino headed to the box. It's an SMU power play and perhaps a golden opportunity for them to tie up this hockey game. They are 2 for 2 on the power play already tonight. Texas could not afford to take a penalty right there. Thompson behind the net. Poke checked away by Nick Remelius. As the senior from Grosse Pointe gets it ahead to Alcorn, who will put on the Jets and work his way into the offensive zone. Alcorn working hard around the net. Can't quite find a way in, but that's going to kill off the first 25 seconds of this SMU power play. Ticking down now, under 9 minutes to go on our game clock. 90 seconds remaining on the SMU man advantage after the penalty taken by Nick Trevino. Settling it down is Zeckelman. He's got a lot of assists this season in situations just like this. Jack Dorscher working in. Down low, Thompson can't bury it. A stick save made by Womble, who was down on his stomach on that last play. Michael Thompson down low, thinks his shot, couldn't get through. Great block and a better clearance by Nick Remelius. What a play by the Longhorn defenseman. Less than a minute to go on the SMU man advantage. Texas clinging to a 1-goal lead after they led by 2 just minutes ago. Harold Chung tussles in the corner with Haggerty. Michael Thompson in there as well. Naveen Gupta joins the fray. It's 2-on-1 in that corner, and SMU comes away with it. But Harold Chung wins it back and clears it out. Back-to-back clutch plays on the penalty kill. First by Nick Remelius, and next by Harold Chung. Less than 15 seconds to go on the SMU man advantage. Still time for the Mustangs to score. Gets fires, and that's a blocker save, held and covered by the goalkeeper Noah Womble, who has kept Texas in front over these last couple of minutes of sustained SMU pressure. 7:42 to go in this hockey game. It's still 5-4.
SMU has definitely been dangerous with the power plays over the course of the game. We'll see if they'll be able to make advantage of it with the last 8 seconds of power play.
Longhorns 5 seconds away from a penalty kill. Can they hold on? This shot from a low angle is gloved and held by Womble. It was Hughes that time who had a sneaky wrist shot from down low. It trickled under the pad of Womble, but he was able to stop it with a glove. 2 seconds left on the SMU power play. Texas gets a defensive zone faceoff, and Nick Trevino out of the box, onto the ice in his place, Braden Stevenson. Texas with their first penalty kill. Now can they add on? Alcorn into the middle. Enlow has it in the slot, and he passes down low. Rebound, stuff attempt, and Isom holds on. Great save by the SMU goalkeeper, denying Braden Stevenson, who was right on the doorstep of a goal after getting a pass from Cole Enlow. Texas nearly producing what would have been a dagger there. Not to say with 7:13 to go that a goal ends it, but after killing off a power play like that, would have been huge for the Longhorns to tuck one away. This faceoff is going to come outside the zone. as Enloe will draw against Chang. And the excellent night on the dot for Tyler Chang continues. This puck is covered up by Isom after Texas was able to generate a frenetic chance. So now the pace slowing down, 7:02 to go in this hockey game. John, what does Texas have to do to hang on to this thing?
Texas defense just has to step it up, keep the penalties out of the way, as we mentioned. SMU has been able to make advantage of the power plays. Texas has to avoid that, keep all six men on the ice, and make sure to maintain that 5-4 lead with the final 7 minutes in the... Ooh, nice grab by the goalkeeper of Texas.
Yeah, that's routine there for Womble with 6:43 to go on the clock. That's going to feel like an eternity if you are a Longhorn fan watching this one. Jake Herman alongside John Kelly. TSTV Gameday presents coverage of the first meeting since SMU rejoined the TCHC between these two hockey clubs. Schmidt from the point. That's a pad save by Womble. I don't know if he saw that thing until late. Getz behind the net. Centering pass in the slot for Finks, and Steven Kroleski makes a desperate play to stop a goal there. And I believe there was a penalty called against SMU. They're going to get the forward Tyler Chang for interference on that occasion. And so that's a saving play by Kroleski and a crucial mistake by the Mustangs. The Longhorns will get 2 minutes on the man advantage. It's their second power play of the game. Texas 0 for 1 on the power play tonight. A unit that struggled to get any kind of pressure on their first go-around. Talking with Michael Esposito, Texas third-line center before this game, he talked about the way the power play has been practicing their stretch passes, trying to catch the defense by surprise. And we'll see if the Longhorns go with that strategy or if they play it a bit more conservative with a 1-goal lead and 6 minutes and change remaining on the clock. This is Tommy Wayman settling it down. And he tries to connect with Alcorn. In the middle, Enloe is there, but he can't gain control. SMU will clear it all the way down towards Womble's cage. Meyer will collect it behind the net with 5:57 to go in this hockey game. Tommy Wayman up ahead, connecting with Alcorn. And Alcorn is dispossessed by Getz. Stevenson chases it in. Second clearing attempt only gets as far as Meyer. His shot whistles wide, a thud off the boards, and Tommy Wayman controls. Meyer gets rid of it quickly, not wanting to hold the puck for too long near that blue line, not wanting to spring SMU on a breakaway. From a low angle, that shot sails wide of the cage. Alcorn frustrated. He feels he should have done better with that opportunity. With still 56 seconds left on a power play that looks much improved, John, from the Longhorns' first attempt back in the second period.
Absolutely. Longhorns definitely bringing the pressure in these winding minutes of the game, hoping to add some more pad to this 5-4 lead.
Well, a goal,
over the Mustangs.
A goal here would be huge with only 5:20 to go. It would force SMU to maybe think about emptying the net sooner than they would have otherwise liked to. Still 56 seconds left on the man advantage, a chance for Texas to do just that. But the Mustangs successfully clear and force Texas to regroup. 45 seconds left of 5-on-4 hockey, with Tyler Chang serving a penalty for interference. Here's Harold Chung. Moving on in, left side, drop pass in the middle was dangerous until Riley Schmidt knifed it away. Thompson dishes back to Schmidt, and he will clear it back out to center, where Nick Remelius takes over. Remelius, who made a couple of great defensive plays on the Longhorn penalty kill, leaves it for Tucciaroni, who has 2 goals in this one. And Tucciaroni gives it away. SMU will clear, and that should salt away the rest of this power play. Only 9 seconds left on the man advantage, but only 4:35 left to go in this game. Can Texas hang on and improve to 5-0 on the season? Or will SMU get back to 500? Chung's shot settles down, low angle, Gangwani can't stuff it in. Isom stacked the pads and was able to make the save. And now the other way with numbers comes Getz. Finks calling for it. Can't get it there yet. Now a centering pass broken up by Harold Chung. What a play by the senior from McKinney. But Tucciaroni is unable to handle that loose puck. It goes over the glass and will result in a face-off. Man, oh man, was that a good chance for SMU.
Absolutely. This third set, probably the most exciting set of the night. Both teams bringing the pressure. I don't think this is 4 minutes left. This game could go any way it can. Let's go back to the ice.
Face-off, controlled by the Mustangs. Schreier, back for Hughes, and that one is saved, covered up by Womble. Don't know if there was a deflection there, but if there was, Noah Womble was able to handle it. The last goal in this game came from Oliver Moss on an SMU power play about 10 minutes ago. Texas scored just 15 seconds into this period, and that's the difference-making tally right now. It came from Braden Stevenson, who has it now in the corner. Battling with Finks, who has 2 SMU goals, including the first goal of tonight's game. Under 3 minutes and 45 seconds now. Alcorn gains possession and puts on the Jets up ahead for Stevenson. His slap shot is well wide, but it causes SMU to scramble it up in their own defensive zone. Stevenson got it back and forced it to the mouth of the goal, and Isom swallowed it up.
3:25 left to play here in the third period. Looking ahead for both teams, as we said, the next 3 games, these teams play each other once more here at Chaparral Ice, and then 2 games next weekend in Dallas. For the Longhorns after that, rounding out November, a 2-game series against Texas A&M Aggies, 1 in College Station and 1 here in Austin.
Nick Remelius' shot is deflected up over the glass. So the road ahead doesn't get any easier if you're Texas. If this game is any indication, the 4-game set with SMU is going to be very exciting in each installation. 2 in Dallas next weekend. Then the Longhorns will play a home-and-home with Texas A&M. Like you said, Longhorns have not beaten the Aggies since the 2020 Cotton Bowl game. Texas A&M has won the last 4 meetings, including a playoff heartbreaker, as this is a big hit along the boards. Michael Esposito comes up hobbling, and the Longhorns will help their team president back over to the bench. Tucciaroni will take his place. Last thing you need is another injury right now. Esposito will hobble his way through the gate and into the Longhorn bench. A team that already is down their top line left winger, Mike Hiltner, out for the game. 3:05 left to go as Kenny Meyer keeps this puck in. He fires, and it's blocked aside by Oliver Moss. Remelius loses an edge, and that springs Gupta in, but a good defensive play by Karan Gangwani, the forward, helping out to force SMU to turn it over. Meyer dumps it in. That didn't angle right. It's going to become an icing and force Texas to take a draw in their own zone with 2:42 left. Buckle up, everybody. This is the business end of this hockey game. And it looks like Texas, given the situation with the icing, they got some tired legs on the ice. They are going to call a timeout and give themselves a bit of a breather. John, what a game this has been. The shots on goal, virtually even. The goals, separated by only 1. Texas, who trailed 2-0, scored 4 goals in the second period blitz to take the lead 4-3. They added on 1 more at the beginning of this third period to make it 5-3. SMU quickly responded, and that's how we got to where we are. What do you think changed for Texas from that first period to that second period when they were able to sort of take this game by the throat?
It's the overall energy of the team. Bringing the aggressiveness, bringing the energy. They weren't going out there and playing too hard that first period. Come back in, second period, scoring those 2 goals within the first 5 minutes, and then again in the third period with that goal within the first 15 seconds of the period.
I think that's right, and Kenny Meyer told me after the second period, well, a couple of bounces, just started to go our way. We didn't get those bounces in the first period. But to your point, John, when you play with the right energy, those bounces have a way of rewarding you. You can sort of create your own luck in this game. Texas trying to see it through. 2 minutes, 42 seconds left. We'll keep an eye on the SMU cage at Taylor Isom, who might head to the bench soon and give SMU an extra attacker. He's keeping an eye on that bench right now as we keep an eye on the puck, which is whisked into the neutral zone by Stevenson. 2.5 minutes to play as that lazy pass is intercepted by Alcorn. Getting possession back, though, is Peter Haggerty, and he controls now along the near half wall. Wayman with a good poke check, and that helps Texas clear the zone. If Texas can keep the puck down there, the Mustangs can't pull the goalie. Finks, backhanded, weaving in, and his shot is taken care of by Womble. Extra attacker on, empty net, 6 skaters right now for SMU. Peterson looking for Haggerty with 1:54 to go in this one. Henry Dale centers, and Kenny Meyer kept Peterson from getting there. And he will get it across the blue line and force SMU to cycle their way back out of the zone. High shot is sent into the netting off of the blocker of Noah Womble. So with 1:39 to go in this game, the SMU Mustangs have emptied their net. Nobody in that cage in front of Marcus, our cameraman down there. Want to take this moment to again shout out our camera crew, Marcus, Cecilia, and Emily, our director, Samantha Pearl, as well as the man behind it all, and the man to my left, John Kelly. We got a timeout here with 1:39 to go. Just what you would have wanted here if you're Texas, a chance to see it through late. It is worth mentioning, though, the last time the Longhorns faced this situation, 2019 playoffs, taking on Texas A&M. And the Aggies not only scored 1 goal to tie it up, but 2 to win it at the end of regulation. We'll see how the Longhorns, led by Coach Aubrey Berkowitz and that senior leadership group, can respond to this test now. If you can see this one through, maybe it exercises a few of the demons from that A&M game a couple of years ago.
Possibly, but with the way both teams have been playing, as we say on our sister show, College Crossfire, it's anybody's game.
Oh, man. College Crossfire Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Central Time on TSTV Sports. TSTV Gameday, back for the first time since, I believe, 2019, right?
Yes, sir.
And we have 1 minute and 39 seconds left on the clock. Longhorns trying to improve to 5-0 in the first meeting against SMU since they've rejoined the division. That shot is just wide, 1:33 to go, as Dorscher just missed that attempt. Now it's in front. Mad scramble, and they score!
What did I say? It's anybody's game.
Just like that, the Mustangs have tied it. Michael Thompson was able to put away a loose puck, and SMU, with the extra attacker, gets the traffic net front and gets the goal they need to tie this game. Mustangs have new life. It's 5-5.
Certainly exciting action here with 1:27 left to go in the third period. Clearly, that stoppage time right there proved helpful for the Mustangs.
That timeout paying off as Taylor Isom is now back in net. 90 seconds left in regulation before we could have overtime. We'll see if either team can do something about that. 70 seconds left in this hockey game as Kenneth Meyer pushes it forward looking for Kroleski. Tucciaroni pinches along the near wall, but has it taken away by Oliver Moss. Moss working against Chung, and Harold Chung gets enough of that shot to force it over the glass. Under a minute to go, John, and a 5-5 game here at Chaparral Ice. Both teams have had 2-goal leads in this game. What do they say? 2-goal lead, worst lead in hockey? Both teams have lost their 2-goal leads. It is SMU who has scored the last 2 goals in this game to tie this game up 5-5 with 50 seconds to go in our third period. Dorscher dumps it in. Tommy Wayman controls. Harassed by Oliver Moss, who's had a great third period on the ice for both SMU goals. Enlow can't connect with Alcorn. Moss controls at center. Wayman and Meyer, the defenseman on the ice for Texas. Doubt they'll come off the ice with only 30 seconds left in this game. Those are the two that Coach Aubrey Berkowitz really trusts in this moment. And SMU will ice the puck here. No, it's waved off. 15 seconds to go, and the clock remains in motion. Alcorn working into the attacking zone. Charlie Alcorn dispossessed by Peterson, who clears it out to center. 3 seconds to go, now 2. That is all for regulation. 60 minutes, not enough to decide this hockey game, John. 5-5 as we go into OT.
Certainly an exciting way to rekindle this rivalry between two teams who have not played each other in a very long time. These players have never played each other's teams before in their careers. Always exciting to be going to extra innings in any game.
I love it, John. I love the variety of sports references making their way onto our broadcast. As that concludes our third period, we'll step away for just a moment and come back with overtime on TSTV Sports.
Welcome into College Press Box, the most comprehensive sports show on the 40 acres.
The 2018 Orange-White Spring Game revealed key players in the offense.
If she plays really well, Texas really has a great shot.
They need to go deep in these games and really prove themselves.
The women added a trophy to their shelf, winning the title with 117 points.
If Cleveland goes quarterback at 1, which I agree with Sean, I think they do. I think the Giants are crazy if they do not draft Saquon Barkley.
All this and more on College Press Box.
Have you ever wondered what the
Welcome back to the Chaparral Ice Center. I'm John Kelly alongside Jake Herman. An exciting matchup here between the SMU Mustangs and the Texas Longhorns. It's 5-all as we enter overtime here in Austin.
And of course the overtime rules will allow for 5 minutes of play. A goal from either team would end it. 3-on-3 action. And if we don't see a goal after these 5 minutes, we will go to a shootout. We'll see if anybody can be the hero here at Chaparral Ice on this Friday evening. 3-on-3 means plenty of space, and the Longhorns put some of their best skaters out there. Tucciaroni, Kroleski, and Harold Chung. Kroleski leaves it for Chung, who will get it deep, but the puck will be taken over here by Jack Zeckelman. Possession, so important in 3-on-3 hockey. It's easy to give up a breakaway because you don't have as much help behind you. Who is going to flinch first? Zeckelman moving in. Poke check, Tucciaroni. And that shot is directed up over by Dale. Henry Dale has it with some space. He fires. And that's off the chest of the goalie, Womble. Finks, who has 2 goals, gives it over to Zeckelman. Zeckelman working his way in. He looked to center for Finks. It wasn't there. Thompson onto the ice now for SMU. Here's Finks with a shot. It's loose in front, and it's saved by Womble. The net came off its moorings as Finks barreled into Womble. And this will be a face-off in the Longhorn zone. My goodness. Aubrey Berkowitz is upset right now. He feels like this face-off should be outside the zone, as it was the SMU player who knocked the goalie into the net. We'll see if that call comes up big. Michael Thompson wins the draw for SMU. 1 minute gone in this overtime. Thompson back to the point for Dorscher. And Dorscher still on the puck. Dorscher fires, score! It's in! Top shelf winner from Jack Dorscher. And SMU stuns the Longhorns late, 6-5.
What a statement win by the SMU Mustangs. After such an incredible game, lead changes, tying it up right at the end. They got to be feeling great right now.
A character-building win for the Mustangs as they come on the road and battle back from a 2-goal deficit in the third period to beat Texas 6-5. The final score from Chaparral Ice tonight. Aubrey Berkowitz, the head coach, is still upset right now at the officials. He feels like that face-off should not have been in the Texas zone. It's a moot point now. SMU wins 6-5 in a game that they will remember for a long time, a thriller at Chaparral Ice tonight. Well, if you're Texas, it was a game of 2 periods, really. You had the second period, and you had everything else. In the second period, Texas outscored SMU 4-1, dominated the pace of play, but outside of that, it was the Mustangs who had the upper hand tonight.
Absolutely. The Mustangs been dominant, been able to come back multiple times from deficits. Texas head coach still incredibly not happy, slamming things on the other side of the rink. But an incredible statement win by SMU. They'll be looking to continue that streak tomorrow night here at Chaparral Ice. Texas Longhorns will be looking to come back after this disappointing overtime loss.
Well, a big win for SMU, an emotional win, and an emotional loss on the other side of that for Texas. We'll see how they are able to respond tomorrow as they take on the SMU Mustangs right here at Chaparral Ice. I know they'd appreciate it if you came on out here and supported. But that's going to be all from us here at TSTV Gameday. On behalf of our entire hard-working crew, John Kelly, Samantha Pearl, Emily, Cecilia, and Marcus on the cameras, I'm Jake Herman saying good night, and we'll see you next time on TSTV Sports.